Okay, so you never thought that you would get to a point where you had this little van finished, did you?
No, I didn't, and it took me about 3 years to find one that was local enough and one that I was willing to take on. And then it's always the way, as soon as I found this one, loads of them popped up.
Yeah.
There you go. And of course, I work full time, so it took me a year of working full time and doing it in my spare time.
And you got this van to go and match your Morris Minor, didn't you?
Yeah, so I got it sprayed the same colour as the Morris.
Which was a real thing to do in the 60s, wasn't it?
It
You
was,
matched
and
them.
it took me ages to decide because I nearly just had the middle band the same colour and then had the top and the white, top and the bottom white, but I did decide to go for the full blue, and I'm so glad I did because it looks so much
It's
better.
really striking. And what year is she from?
She's a 65, this one.
65, so for a 400 this is a really early one. Now tell me a little bit about her name.
So, unfortunately, during the restoration, my nan passed away, and while I was grieving for her, I did most of the restoration because it did actually sit around for about 7 months for me not actually even touching it, and that is why she's called Pearl.
And I just love that. And you've actually done a lovely little shrine to Pearl back here.
Well, one of them is only one of them is actually my nan, and that's Nanny Pearl, that one there.
And that's
then,
you,
and
yeah?
that's me. And then my other nan, who does all these lovely soft furnishings for me, I'm very lucky. And that's my nan there.
With a Morris.
With a Morris Minor, which is the same colour as the one I have.
Yeah.
And then they used to go caravanning a lot, and that's my granddad.
And you've got some of those mugs.
And I've got some of those mugs in this van as well.
Now, this soft furnishings, I've got to just take a moment to really appreciate them because your nan has made all of them in this van, and the standard is just absolutely amazing.
Unfortunately, the original, I didn't. We managed to source some cushions, and the only thing that was good enough was the buttons, and they're the only original soft furnishings from a 65 400. But
it's brilliant that you've got those original buttons, and it just makes it.
It took me ages because I thought, well, if we get the piping to match the buttons, it would just right. And I think I had about 10 samples of material before I found this one that I liked.
Yeah,
it took ages.
Perfect.
And
this is the original colour that would have been in this van.
It would have been yellow, yes.
Yeah. And you've matched it really well with these curtains as well.
Yeah, much to a debate with my other half. She absolutely hates them.
Does she? Oh, she did say earlier that she wanted to change them.
She thinks they should be more yellow or blue to contrast the outside.
And then you've managed to, because this van, I'm going to show a few shots back to what it looked like before, but you've managed to source a few things. So we've got this one's from a different van.
Yes, the only furniture that this van had was this kitchen unit.
And that's it,
and that was
the whole
it.
van.
I'll open it up as well. But yeah, the kitchen unit was the only bit I actually had, unfortunately. But due to a very good friend of mine,
who shall remain nameless, aka me,
did help me find the top cupboard and the wardrobe. And the bunks did come from a Sprite, however they have been strongly adapted.
Yes, I remember a lot of conversations on that, how you've had to get them to fit. But you've done a really good job. You would not know that this furniture had not been in here the whole time.
No.
And you managed to get a replacement table which matches the
Which is the
same
Formica.
pattern, which is brilliant because it is harder to match
And
those.
this whole bunk I made.
You built that, and your
whole
nan
thing.
managed to make this back as well.
So yeah, it was very interesting because we could only look at photos, and she managed. She's so clever. She did manage to make a replica of the back cushioning.
Which is brilliant because, as you know, when you put a bunk bed in, you have to move around cushions sometimes, and they've designed this differently so that it always stays on that back wall. Doesn't take up too much room like an
it's
extra
perfect, really.
mattress would have done. And then you don't have to store that anywhere when you make.
Because if we didn't manage to tackle it, we were going to go for the same style of just having a back whole cushion. But after having sleepless nights over it, she managed to work out how to do it.
Well, the quality of this van is just unbelievable, and I can't believe
original
that you've
flooring
done,
too.
I know that you've done such a good job considering what she looked like before. It doesn't look like the same van now.
No.
And you've saved her.
Yes, because it didn't even have an A-frame when I got it.
No, I remember the A-frame had been cut off because somebody thought that was a good idea. Well, thank you so much, James.
You're very welcome.
And when we finally allowed out back on rally fields, I'll take a nice picture of her next
With matching
to her,
tow car.
Yeah, with matching tow car, which is called Bluebell, who's absolutely beautiful, which you did a lot of the restoration work on. So
Yes.
very clever, and I'm looking forward to seeing her out in rally field when the world's normal again.
Yeah.
Hey, but there we go.